All right, without much further ado, let's get cracking. Welcome to a very rare and I guess also then very special Saturday stream. We are continuing on with our, I still don't know how to pronounce it, Buchan Line, Buchan line. Ultimately, if I spell it out, I can't be wrong unless you desire for me to spell it out phonetically, which I could do. But I'll leave that to be requested for now. We'll get into it. And I think we'll kick off with the last 2MT service that we had to do on the career side of things. Mr. Irish Dan, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Look at this. We're having a chat. And like you're not working today. That is the rarest thing to happen on my stream all year, I think. That I'm having a chat with Dan and he's not working today. The day that we'd... No, to be fair, we've chatted on a holiday. You chatted while you were in China, I think. Did you tune in when you were in China? I don't know. But like, I don't know. First weekend. Let's just simplify it to that. Let's just simplify it to that. So, oh yeah. I was a bit 50-50 about this one because it's a nighttime run and everything is like dark as it is. So we'll start it and see how things go. So with the changeover to diesel already well underway, take a nighttime steam hauled service from Peterhead to Aberdeen, calling at most stations. Hello ASR, how are you doing? I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know too much. Oh, that's quite cool, isn't it? I don't really know too much about this route. I don't know what year it takes place. I don't know why it's called what it's called. I don't know how you pronounce what it's called. Hello driver. Everything we've just read, basically. Open the doors and allow the passengers to board for a 1618 departure. How are you doing, Mr. ASR? Yeah. I mean, is there any point? Like realistically, is there any point in me doing anything? Like, I understand for me playing it on my screen where I can see the little shadows and stuff, it might be a little bit immersive. But for you guys, I mean, it's worse than Frankenbarn, I think. Even if I stick my head out the window, like we're at a station where there's some lighting. There's some lighting here. And I mean, it's just not, there's no point, is there? Like there's just no point. It's gonna be, this is probably the lightest it's going to be all run. There's just no point. I don't know why they've made this the longest run in the career portion of this DLC. 105 minutes of going through darkness. And to be fair, it's realistic. I'm sure it was done at one point. Actually, there's no like light they stick on the front, is there? No. I don't think there's anything of the sort. Didn't steam locos have like a lamp that they would stick at the front of their trains? Apparently not. Well, I think apparently so, but not here for whatever reason. Buchan sounds like a Chinese town. Well, that's the thing. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, ASR. Maybe you're thinking about it wrong, and then maybe the correct pronunciation makes sense for it being like a Scottish kind of like geographic placement. So I don't know, man. Until like I'm sure, I don't know. Let's do some marshalling duties at the Dice Creosote works. Why are these names, brother? Huh? These names are crazy, man. Oh, look, a Lambo Calombo. Good morning, driver. Your duties are to move some creosotes. I have no idea what that is. I've never heard of that. Around the factory in Dice. This factory produces creosote-coated sleepers, okay? You'll be moving vats of creosotes within the factory internally, then take, okay? Start by setting the points and moving on trains to the Dice creosote works, siding in order to reverse up to the first crane. Okay. But it seems that everything's been set, though. Where am I? I'm the red one, right? So work. So we're going to be going here. It seems that it's been set. Yeah, and it's on the HUD as well, so I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. What is this? Oh, we're putting some little like, huh? The hell is this? Funny little wagons. I don't know why they're funny, but they just look. The hell? That's hilarious. It is like, I don't know, 1970s or something, so I don't know. Maybe that's got something to do with it. So am I stopping at where exactly am I stopping? I don't know where I'm meant to be stopping. Hello monkey, how you doing? In options you can raise the ambient light a bit, probably not enough though. In ambient light. So I'm gonna have to this is an annoying thing as well. I can do things from here. Oh, cheers. That helps a lot. It's not too bad, is it? It's not like super contrasty. Oh, this is great. I'm very happy with this. Thank you, monkey. Oh, what a legend. Right, I don't know. Am I stopping here? I did not successfully reach Dice Creosote Works. Bro, what are you talking about? Where are we? We're here. We're in the loading bay. Oh, I guess they wanted me to stop here. I would assume. They wanted me to stop here. Because the containers were picking up, but I couldn't really tell from the HUD. It was a bit everything was a bit like cramped. Buchan? Nah, surely not. Is this sidings? Sidings 8. Sidings 8. 11, 3, 4, 9. Oh, 8's over here. Wait, and we started somewhere here. Where did it all meet? Oh, so they wanted me to stop here, I assume, and then reverse here. Let me do that again. It even has the instruction right here. Let's try and do this again. You are Japanese. I am not Japanese, Mr. Person on YouTube, so I've got no clue what you're saying. Sorry, but welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Right, so it's this little patch of orange just before the bit of space to the next patch of orange, I think. And the brakes are not the most responsive as well, so I need to bear that in mind. This doesn't have lapse brakes, does it? Graduated self lap. Yeah, it's not like the 104. What were we driving yesterday? The 108? It's 105. 105. Your next engineer pressure project. Your next engineer pressure project. What do you mean you're already playing your next engineer pressure project? And sorry, you said you're technically always working because your brain doesn't shut off. Set the points for Dice Cursor Works Crane 2 and proceed alongside it. Align the first wagon with the crane and operate it by clicking on it. So you can actually operate things manually. I like that. Monkey, how did I not know about this ambient lighting setting? You've changed the game for me completely. I'll be very honest. Now I need to reinstall my Railworks enhancer shaders because I turned them off because I thought that was what was making everything dark. Right, now we need to go to the crane 2 and proceed alongside it. Okay. So where's crane 2? Pick up freight container from dice crate. I was going to at dice crate. Okay, so at siding number 8. Okay, so we'll go this way. And then we need to move over to the right. Move over to the right again, I believe. You see when it, okay, so I'm seeing when it's white, that's a track that's been set, right? But sometimes they'll click it and then it will just disappear. So what does that mean? Because it hasn't made this one white. So how can I be confident that I'm going to go through this track? Oh, I set it with the other one. So what have I done with this one then? I don't know. Anyway, it looks about right. Let's get going. Right, put in reverse. You also love trains? I especially love the Yamanote line. Do you love trains too? I do love trains. Otherwise, I wouldn't be spending so much time doing nerdy things with them. I assume you're looking forward to the Tadame line then for Train Sim World. I've done something wrong. Look where we're going on the HUD. I've set something wrong. Yeah, I've set it completely wrong. Right, I need to get my head around. I can't get my head around these points at the moment. They're quite straightforward on TSW. Let's go back to where we were. Blue line is your path, and brown is the individual switch direction. Oh, brown is the switch direction, and blue's my path. But we need to get here though. So why is it showing me that my path is here? I assume that's my path that I should be taking, right? But we need to go up here. So brown. Okay, so we're gonna go back down here, through here, through here, right here. Okay, so this should be set properly now, right? Isn't an engineer issue, but they're not doing anything about it, and it's fixing all the trucks now. So wait, what exactly are you doing? Are you doing work? Okay, so you're doing work-related things, Dan. Okay, now we're going sidings 8. Thank you, Monkey. Okay, very interesting. So it's a brown line that determines where the points are set. Okay. Nah, Monkey, you don't understand. Since the very beginning of me playing with this route, I've wanted it to be light. Like, I've wanted to be able to see. And I just didn't think there was anything I could do about it. Are we actually going all the way until the end? I assume we should only be going as far as a crane, right? Oh, hello. Should be going a bit further back. I mean, I'm clicking the crane that has like the clicky icon. Am I missing something here? Do I need to go back a little bit further and trigger the instruction? If I go a little bit, I don't want to go too further back, and then I'm nowhere near the freight. That wouldn't really make much sense. I can't like drag it anywhere, you know. So all I can do is click, but nothing's really taking place. Not working on anything, just thinking of things that I can do in the new year. As I should have been doing that myself, to be honest. Move forward a bit. No, not backwards. Or what? So like this area where the balance is a bit funny. Let me try to move a bit back, so I can sort of clear that from being the problem. And then we'll move her a bit forward so that the rear wagon would be filled first, which maybe is actually their thinking. Okay, not that far. Jesus Christ. Okay, I mean, we guess we could... I was going to say start from there. There's no chances there. A bit too excessive. Right, so I'll just back her up, try and click, back her up, try and click, back her up, try and click. See when it triggers. There we go. That's a bit far, but actually no. Well, yeah, it is far because it didn't actually like properly. Anyway, now I'll land the second wagon of the crane and load it similar to the first one. All right. I find it so sick that Train Sim Classic has a mechanic. It is very simple and it looks very basic, but the next generation Train Sim doesn't have this. Doesn't have anything like it, except loading and unloading grain, which is very basic. You have a train full of creosote, set up points appropriately, and proceed to Dice Creosote loading bay. Once there, align the first wagon with a metal platform and unload the contents. Oh, so it's literally where we were at in the beginning, I assume. So yeah, here. Okay. Right, so we should be good. No. So this should be fine. We should be on our way there. I'm gonna try and improve my note taking during meetings as well. I don't forget anything. It is difficult. Trying to use my time more efficiently. Yeah. If it's one thing, man. If it's one thing, you know, you don't want to look back on with regret. It's time and what you did with it, for sure. Creosote. I assume it's a material no longer used on today's railways. Further on. I assume the wagon's got to line up with... A bit too far forward, maybe? Do I have to click? Or will it do it automatically? I think it should do it automatically. I think I've moved a bit too far forward, though. Or? Oh, no, we're good. It's making a sound. Okay. Oh, is it just going to do both of them? No. One by one. Not a problem at all. These are very cool operations, man. Very, very cool operations, honestly. Hard because my brain hyperfocuses and I'm trying to improve hit targets, but I feel like that's really important. Yeah, well, I guess that's something that you can plan, isn't it? How you manage tasks and how you prioritize them. Now you have an empty train, you need to load it with sleepers. Set the points and proceed to dice sleepers loading crane and align the first wagon to it. Load the contents similar to the previous crane. So now in one run, we're loading and unloading several different types of things. I love this, man. Right, dice sleepers loading crane. Where are you? Straight ahead. Love to see it. And we're already heading there. It's right here. Good old wooden sleepers. Little throwback. Right, so. Lovely jubbly. Lovely, lovely stuff. Now you've loaded both wagons and with sleepers, you need to join with another train on the other side of Dice Station. Return to Dice Crew so it works, and reverse the train. Alright. Which... So it's a second splash of orange. Usually this timer thing moves across. I've never seen it just static. I assume it's doing something in the background rather than just being stuck. You've reached Dice Crew, so it works. Set the points to Dice up main line platform. Be alert to ground signals as you traverse the main line. There may be other traffic around. Get out my face. Okay. It's glitched my thing. Where's my tracks gone? Right, they're all coming back. Okay, so we need to go up main. Now... I can't say I'm going to be fully confident in reading these signals. So I think I'm just going to press tab as I approach everyone. And if nothing happens, I assume I'm good to go. If there is a stop where I need to stop, then I'm assuming I'll get a response from the signaler. Right, so I need to go on the up main. We are here. So we'll go here and then join here. Yes. Okay, I think we're good on both signals. Got 2 greens, or the equivalents. Careful not to speed up too much. You know, I haven't been paying attention to this distance to objective counter. Would have helped a little bit earlier, I think. Okay, so we've got a red here. So if we are going to depart from here, let's be wary of that. Woman. Why so close to the edge? So I'm assuming if we are going to move forwards to the other side of things, we wait for the 105 to depart. Very aggressive door closing sounds. Jesus. The crossover to reach the tracks on the southern side of Dice faces the opposite direction. Therefore, you need to reverse wrong way across it to the down track. Reverse your train to the opposite track and proceed to Dice North crossover head shunt. Alright. So, long story short, we'll need to... Has it set it for us? I think it's set it for us. There's nothing I can... There's no switch I can mess around with. Request pass signal at danger denied. Okay. I'm going to stop here. Just before we cross over. And just wait for that signal to clear or for us to get this permission. Wait, do we... Oh no, we bypassed that. But then why is it saying that these... request a pass signal at danger denied? Because that doesn't affect us, and we don't cross over until after that signal. As a matter of fact, it's on danger because of us, for our sake. Alright, we'll let it coast for a bit before we bring it to a stop. Anyway, here's good, I think, but we'll try and get as close to 0.00 miles as we can. There is another signal at the end. Not that affects us though. There's confusion in TS because you change direction. It's technically control tab. Ah, so when we're doing reverse moves, it's right. So what I was asking for that whole time was the signal that was at the front of the head end of the platform we were just at. All right, I see now why it was constantly rejecting it. Now you're at the head shunt. Proceed through die station to die shed crane loading point. Ensure the points are set quickly inside the yard. Dice shed crane loading point. Over here, okay. good all through there. Then where's the loading point? Here, okay. So we seem to, it seems to have set everything for us, I think, if I'm reading this correctly. Control tab. Trying to remember that one. Is there a keybind for a hotkey for head out the window? So I don't have to manually click it every time. Some water for today. I have got a smoothie on deck. Don't think I'll be reaching for it today though. There's just a more raw, but also at the same time refined experience I get from Train Sim Classic. I know I keep comparing the two games, but it just sometimes blows my mind that TSC excels as well as it does, especially being someone who joined the party quite late and properly played Train Sim World first. I feel like it sticks out to me a lot more because of that. Is this like an old school porter cabin? Not porter cabin, portaloo. Load 4 tons, capacity 328. No, I don't think so. Maybe some sort of storage unit. You've reached ice shed crane loading point. Now reverse the train, set the points, and connect to the rear of the train sitting in siding 9. You've connected to the rest of the train. Now disconnect the shunter from all wagons. Did I do that correctly? Isn't it this button over here? Can I couple from this HUD? Or no? Is that not possible? I have. Nothing seems to be triggering though. Oh no, they're still connected. Once I do, the instruction would change, right? But nothing seems to be happening. I'm holding it, I'm just pressing it normally. Nothing seems to be happening. Unless I need to like push. That can't be though. Like get the loco to exactly where this marker is for it to trigger, perhaps? I can't imagine that being the case, otherwise I'm pushing this train way too far forward. Is there a keybind for uncoupling that I can try? Instruction 12 was couple. So couple up, which I did. So we coupled up to the train. And now I need to drop off. So we've coupled up, as you can see at the bottom. Where we got what's it? 2, 4, 6, and then 51730, which is this one, 51730. So we're all one train. So I need to uncouple, which I hover over here. It says uncouple wagons. I click it. Nothing happens. Do I need to be a neutral? Brakes are on. We're in neutral. I'm clicking it. Nothing's happening. I'm holding it. Nothing's happening. I was wondering if there's possibly a keybind for it, but I don't see one. I can click the coupler on the HUD. Okay, so I've also tried to do that. Maybe I didn't. Interesting, the other methods didn't work though, but thank you for that anyway. Again, pretty sure I did try that. Right, finally saw the shunter and die shed crane loading point. That's helpful to know that I can do it from the HUD, because the first duty with the 2MT actually was to do some coupling. And initially I didn't use the F1 key to get the whole thing up. And I tried to do it from the HUD, but I wasn't clicking where I should have been. What would I have done without you, Monkey, these last couple of days, honestly, mate? I do appreciate it. I've completed the scenario. Sweet. Right, I'm going to reinstall RW Enhancer. Try the night run, maybe with the ambient light setting, ambient brightness being up. Maybe that now makes the night driving, although I'm not going to lie, I don't expect it to make it more drivable. But let me, let me try it before I make any assumptions. I believe there was a preset that I had installed. Where can I preset import preset? Yeah, this one. I really like the look of this one. from the images anyway, it looks really nice. It works hand in hand with the other one, Reshade. So I'm using that person's settings for both Reshade and RW enhancer. So I'm hoping. Usually depends on the weather how much difference it makes. Same as the sunlight slider. What do I think of TSW, Lennon? I think it's a great game with some great flaws, I guess, if I had to sum it up in one sentence. Well, to be fair, Monkey, it was like the same. The darkness we started off with, that scenario is more or less it's not too different from what I was dealing with before. So yeah, as expected, at the end of the day, this is still a night run, so it's still going to be very dark. It's going to be very atmospheric with the firebox open, I will say, but I mean, it's not going to save it. It's not going to save it at all. Is it ASR though? Is it? As I'm saying, you know, it has some great flaws. Is it? Let's do a 105 run. Take a local DMU from Maud, the local DMU from Maud to Peterhead. Stormy weather again, but the rain looks very decent here. I don't mind it at all, to be honest. Cool. And then we've got a bunch of 25 jobs to do. Some very lengthy ones as well. Let's get to it. Little reminder again. Got our fun festive stream on Monday, 1 p.m. GMT. Be there. Good morning, driver, and shame about the weather. You don't say. Today you're taking the Maud to Peterhead portion of a split service from Aberdeen. Open the doors and allow passengers to board for a 9:30 departure. Right. Back in our manual-driven lapped brakes system train. I really don't like this view. I like this one because we're looking straight ahead, but then all you see is just window and HUD. I guess I'll just leave it. Got some action over there. Those are the animal wagons. As is confirmed, there you go. Is it a bit too bright, you think? Have I overdone it? Just to make it a bit more natural, right? That's alright, yeah? If you... That's alright for you lot. If not, let me know. And I'll brighten it up again. There's just a huge contrast between the sky and the environment. Oh, they're actually loading them up. Oh, unloading. Great game that has great flaws. The greatest. That's going to give me a headache the same way Dan's questions do. Right, let's get moving, man. It's raining hard. No speed settings on the wipers, unsurprisingly. Oh, we are speeding, aren't we? Although, realistically. Not too much of a big deal. That's my sentence about Trump edition, right? Not sure how to feel about that. What did Trump say again recently that was some ridiculous thing? It'd be nice to have headlights on, wouldn't it? I think it was either yesterday or the day before. I didn't like properly watch anything about it, but I saw it on my YouTube homepage that there was something that he said. Yeah, fair enough. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. He's an interesting character. Oh, really? But do you trust though that they're going to have everything that was really there? Maybe they'll release some enough to satisfy the public, enough to satisfy the conspiracy theorists, and then that would be it. There's no way they can release the whole thing. No chance. It's way too deep. What do you mean it already dropped? If it's dropping today, how did it already drop? Like it's been leaked? You know what, I'll be honest. I think this has been a great little DLC so far. And I haven't even fully explored everything. It's done enough thus far to showcase the character of this line, which I think was actually the point. Here we have Epstein, Bill Clinton, and Black Square, right? Yeah, it's probably not going to be any more than that. There are probably, if anything, going to be a lot more black squares. Black square for minors, victims, and someone I thought was believed to be. Huh. I don't think the black squares are only for the minors. And bearing in mind as well. No, maybe not. Is there any way to change the gradient shown in ratio to a percentage? A percentage I can more understand because that's what I'm accustomed to. Ratio, I've got like no clue. Like I can tell by the image that okay, there's a bit of an uphill here, a bit of a downhill. Oh, really steep incline. But I can't judge it any more than that. Short answer, no, fair enough. Straight to the point, I like it. The rain seems to have disappeared in this view. Even with the 8 cam, it doesn't reappear. There's an image of Michael Jackson, Epstein, and 2 black square children. Luckily, the uncensored image has been up for many of the windows, 2 black squares. And his daughters. Oh, that's great. Okay, see, I guess that's another angle of it now. That something that could be fairly innocent may now seem suspicious, and obviously the other way around as well. What are you looking? Dan, can you elaborate, mate? See what happens when you don't give your brain a rest. What are you looking? Has anyone watched Resident Alien on Netflix? I just finished it recently. Thought it was quite cool. One thing I've realized on Netflix, a lot of things just seem so like when we're looking for things to watch, like the missus and myself, everything just looks a bit weird. I don't know, to me anyway, as someone who never really grew up being like a TV person. So it has to be a lot in either the trailer, the description, or the thumbnail for me to be somewhat interested. But what I've realized, giving things chances, I think I just kind of like anything. Once I'm like 1 or 2 episodes in, it's got to be really bad for me to not get into something. Really bad. Hey, Mr. Jackson. I really want to give you my finger, but I won't. So I respect you, so I will not give you the finger. How are you doing? How's the weekend going? I need to actually put a reminder on my phone to install that DLC. Or I can just keep it uninstalled. But no. I told you, listen, I'm going to play it with my sane mind. So it's going to be boring. It's just going to be a train going around the living room. I mean, if you really want to see it, you know, more power to you, I guess. But I will remain sane. Still, what has it gotten worse, or is it just how it was before? Dave, you know, if you've been here for a while, one of my mottos is, if something's not broken, don't fix it. And I understand when it comes to like software updates on phones, they want to make everything prettier and a bit more modern, give it a bit of a refresh, and I hear that, but when certain things worked fine previously, you do wonder, what was the actual point? Can't believe I'm writing this. Install Holiday Express. And I've lost it because why wouldn't I, with things being like this? Go up, slide it up. Now let's do it for 6 o'clock. Don't know if I will be streaming at 6, but it's gonna stay like this for 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks longer, or 2 to 3 weeks in total. Basically half asleep. Yeah, I woke up at 11. I went to sleep at like 7:30 this morning. Woke up at 11. I was gonna stay awake, and then I was like, bro, I've had 3 hours sleep, man. Like, either I'm gonna suffer during the stream and I'm not really gonna be all there, or I'm gonna feel it in tonight's night shift. So I just went back to bed, woke up at 1 o'clock. Had some soup, chilled for a bit. Not infectious anymore, but still sucks. Yeah. And during Christmas as well, man. Ironically though, 2022 Christmas, I had a flu that just laid me out. Like I couldn't walk. I'd wake up and I'm lightheaded. I feel like I'm gonna faint. Cause so weak, so weak. No appetite. Finish me, man. And it's always in those moments that you realize how much you took for granted just being healthy and fine. I mean, I'll try and give you as much Christmas as I can on Monday, Jackson, if you're going to be there. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a tame one. But listen, man, health is wealth, you know what I'm saying? You know, take this one easy so that you can see other Christmases, you know? Oh, I've slightly overdid it. I think I slightly overdid it. That was so unnecessary as well. We had such a smooth... Oh, man, they're so dumb. We had such a smooth approach. And somehow still bottled it. We're late, by the way. You know, I'm sick and tired of being late with this train. I will not allow it to happen anymore. Everything changes from here, from Longside. I mean, hey, as long as you're within, like, prescribed doses, Jackson, do what you gotta do, man. But don't get too comfortable with a minute, because before you know it, you won't have any plans to get addicted, but your body will. Do you think that if you marry an old woman which already had a daughter, who is now your stepdaughter, then the stepdaughter marries your father, and then you have a son, and so does your father? Does this mean that apart from your father's son being both your stepbrother and step-grandson, and your son being his own step-half uncle, are you your own grandpa? I can't put it together to... I would need to actually sit down and dissect it. I would love to actually answer that genuinely, as I always do with these questions. But I would actually need time. I need to write it out. I need to write the lineages. Draw the lines between who's who and what relationship, and then I can tell you. You're an inspiration, Dan. That's what it is. Excuse me. You're an inspiration. You know what? It is a wonderful question. I agree. It is. I do like it. That's why I actually make an effort to answer these questions. They're ridiculous. Make them as ridiculous as you want to. I like something racking my brain, but that for me, doing this and answering that at the same time is a little bit too far beyond my capacity, I think. You're Mr. Stick? What do you mean you're Mr. Stick? It's based on an actual song where that happens within other crazy stuff. Is it like a Spanish song, ASR? I don't know. It sounds like Spanish music antics. Don't ask me how or why. American song. What American song? I do question what you listen to in your free time, ASR. Probably from Alabama. Okay, if they're from Alabama, then you know it does sort of start to make sense. That one I can't even, you know, I can't deny that. Can't argue. In that case, fair enough. Fair enough. It does check out. For better or for worse. Hey, hello CP, how you doing? I'm doing very well myself, thank you very much. How are you? Fine, that's good to hear, man. Why? So what's going on? What's going on with the metros in Portugal, man? Foremost from Sweet Home Alabama. Okay, there you go then. Like, do we like what else do we need to even discuss? You know, Jackson. Oh god, did I go 100% by accident? I think I might have. You're not new here, Jackson. You're not new. At this point, you're a veteran. What's your your follow age? Do exclamation mark follow age. Have you hit 3 years yet? I feel like you have, or is it 2.5? I am my own grandpa. That's what the song's called? It was written in 1947. You know what? That actually kind of checks out. They had some insane songs back in like that era. Like some insane songs. Wait, what? How come it isn't? Do you not follow me, Jackson? That would be incredible. You've been subbed for like over a year. You pop up so often, but you don't follow me. That would be amazing. Oh, there you go. A year and 3 months? No. Wait, you in the build, there was that time when you guys were just following and unfollowing, following and unfollowing for some reason. And now you've messed up your own statistics. I remember that. You thought it was funny at the time. It was funny at the time, isn't it? Trolling me. Now look. 1 year and 3 months. ASR, were you doing it too? There's no way ASR and Jackson are a couple of days apart. There's no way. And it's only a year. Nah. It's at least... I'm so confident that it's at least 2. The first new train in 23 years arrived in Portugal. Is it going to be like a proper train, mainline train CP, right? Not a tram. That checks out. Really? CP bought a lot of flirts. Ah. Started following you in TSW5 as an early access. No, you've been here since TSW4. You joined when I was playing a lot of Simrel, didn't you? That was that time when Simrel was doing really well on the channel. Like I was getting like 20. No, I was getting like over 10 concurrent viewers like constantly. To serve some countryside lines. I wasn't there sadly. No way. That's crazy. Thank you, Aaron, for liking the live. So I've just been making things up in my head. Oh, not again. I've had a really bad time with these breaking points. I came in the first Pacer release. That was only a year and 3 months ago. No, it's not. No. Blackpool Branches came in TSW4. Ah, no, it does make sense. I think it does check out because Just Trains usually release their routes in the autumn. Ah, wow. So you released one for TSW4, one for TSW5. Is the route any good? Honestly, Aran, I complimented it earlier on its like it's got taste. I can't really explain it. It gives you a nice like this is a I don't believe you know what? I don't know if this route is, if this line is still functional today. But it was during the transition period of this route anyway. There's both steam and like first generation DMUs on here. And it gives you a really nice, for me anyway, I feel like it gives you a really nice like window back into this time. So it also depends on what you like to drive. There's steam on here. There's first generation DMUs. Is that kind of your thing? If not, then say like, for example, if you prefer modern, then I'd say avoid this. But if you're open to that era, I feel like the loading operations are very engaged, like manually, you know, you see things manually being unloaded and loaded, which as someone who plays TSW mainly, I find really, really, really cool. So it's got some nice features like that. But yeah, I think if this is your type of era, it's worth considering, especially because I've only explored like maybe only 30-40% of what the whole thing has to offer as well. And yeah, man, so far I like it. It's not there today, I know that though. Oh, okay, it got taken away the 60s on the... Really? So around what year then would the transition period have taken place? When they had both Steam and DMUs running. Blackpool Branch is released 14th November 2023. Yeah. No, TSW4 came out in TSW3. So yeah, sorry, in 2023. So it checks out. Wow, man. Stopped almost instantly. That's crazy. I haven't seen the SCS Christmas stream, no. Is that different from the reveal stream? 50s or early 60s? Damn. I think that checks out though, Aran. I think that checks out. Thank you, Haider, as well, for liking the live. Appreciate you. What are your thoughts on the Tadame Czech and Portuguese route? So, Tadame, I can't say I'm super hopeful about it. The reveal video or the preview video that came out recently didn't do it any favors, in my opinion. I can't say I'm excited about that. Portuguese route, I am hopeful for. It's looking better. And I'm looking forward to driving there. Czech route looks very good. I'd say in terms of like what I'm looking forward to the most, in terms of what's appealing to me from what I've seen, Czech, Portuguese, Japanese routes. For sure. How about you? Well, I'm assuming Portuguese route for you first, right? Surely. Even though I think we've seen more of the Czech route. And with all of like the different liveries, the different stock that's coming, the even in the environment looks really, really nice. It just looks really promising, man. Looks really, really promising. I forgot to say they announced an old Scania truck for ATS. Oh! Is it the one of the big nose? I'm not a fan of that one. I'll be very honest with you. I know it's got like a cult following, but it's not for me, man. It's not my type of truck. I don't really keep up, but hasn't Tadame line been getting developed for years? Yes, Aaron. It was first announced in during TSW4. It was first announced in TSW4. The first screenshots have the TSW4 watermark. So yes, it has been years, literally. You can't time out. How are you going to time me out? How does that make sense? The checker would be like, checkmate. ASR. You should have timed out ASR, Jackson. Yeah, he gave you every single reason to do it with that line. He's given me every single reason to do it, even without somebody else doing it. No, I will not. I will keep yapping away. I'm muted enough times. Just give me like, just go to any stream after like 2 hours of streaming when chat goes quiet. I bounce off chat. I can sometimes just yap myself, but I mainly bounce off chat. So once chat goes quiet, I tend to go quiet too. You haven't seen Spanish news headlines? What's that got to do with Spanish news headlines? Have they been making checkmate jokes? I really like the look of the Medway Valley and got announced last week. Iran, bro. It's like not only would the route have been would have appealed to me anyway, being UK, fairly young, I guess. So naturally, I'm drawn more to EMUs that I see around. But it's actually looking quality. Like it actually looks like we could be getting as close to an expert level train for the UK as we can so far. Very, very much looking forward to it. Definitely. To be fair, I think they've more or less quite banged this season of reveals, especially compared to last year's debacle. Right. Class 25. How does this operate then? Never driven one. What's this, an hour and a half? Yeah, let's go for it. Let's get this one out of the way. Somehow this 15-minute one is like... Oh, because we're driving through fog. Infamous fog. Interesting. Right, anyway, let's do this one. Full line run, it seems. They're the worst play of words ever made. Good afternoon, driver. Today we'll be taking the 4:02 p.m. service from Aberdeen to Peterhead. It's a nice clear day for your journey, but as is normal for Aberdeenshire, there is quite a wind blowing. There's no way, right? Are you telling me the headlights for this unit are here? That is it. Did this have like lamps at some point, or there's no way, right? What have you got at the back? Another one. And a 105. Oh yeah, also. Okay. I can't trigger any safety systems, although I can't see any switch.
Jackson 069 cheer. X15. If you're 5 inches inside Elon Musk and Donald Trump is 5 inches inside you, which way are you thrusting?
I would have to thrust forward, so I can say that I should just be quiet. Sometimes it's better to just be quiet before you say something that you regret. I'll leave that for chat to answer. How about that? I'll let chat answer that one. That's diabolical. I believe there's a plan to reopen this route using old track alignments. Flashback route. That probably won't happen. I mean, I feel like it would make a cute, like preserved railway. They can have a couple steam locos running up and down. I don't know, like how many 2MTs are still about in in working order. I feel like it would make for some cool preserved action. That's not headlights, that's head dims. I'm annoyed that I actually don't mind that one. I actually don't really mind that one. Has to wake it up.
Axon Jackson 069 cheer. X. Anything wasn't working, but still, if you're 5 inches.
No, it
inside
worked.
Elon
I
Musk
heard
and
everything I
Donald
didn't
Trump
want to
is
hear.
5 inches inside you. Which way are you thrusting?
It worked, boss man. I think we're good to go. It's going to be a bit rough in terms of frame rate leaving Aberdeen. But it should ease up as we go. Monkey, you are honestly, I can't, like, thank you, man. The game actually is like, it looks alive, you know? Legend. I have this weird feeling that Simrel Vodge 2 won't release in 2025. I just think that. No comment. No comment. I don't think the 465 gets a... So I don't know for sure, CP, but from the little that I've read on the forums... Well, I've read a lot, but there was a little bit here and there about the 465. Some people did mention it. And apparently, it's quite... There's only like a short part of that line where the 465 actually runs. Now, I don't know for sure, of course, but... Yeah. Probably worth just bearing in mind. Again, I wish there was a way to increase the FOV.
Axon Jackson 069 cheer. X10.
I can't. Like, can you actually imagine though, if I was to just like do that, just out of nowhere, the guy who just plays with trains, plays with trucks, talks about God, just randomly, I just live stream, and that's the situation. You couldn't pay me enough, man. You couldn't pay me enough. Maybe if I had started streaming once upon a time, then maybe you could see the progression in life. But I don't think we'll be going back to that anytime soon. £500 budget. I mean, hey, you could sponsor a car. I'm happy to get a car. Will it be used for that purpose? That one I can't promise you, unfortunately. Did you guys see the GIF from the Bill sent on the TSW channel? No. Did he send it recently? Is he secretly watching this stream and just like not saying anything? Oh, the mat. Do you mean the mat one? The mat spinning around. That was so sick. I don't know where the heck he's got that from. That was incredible. Yeah, the globe. Yeah, the globe one. That was incredible. I don't know where the hell he finds some of these things from. He sent me some diabolical emotes in the past. Not emotes, emojis. Where like he's mixed. I don't know what he used, and he mixed like two emojis together. It was horrible. The frame rate is really rough, isn't it? Goodness me. But then you go to change one thing, and then it says, "Oh, game restart required." There's nothing you can change on the settings almost that doesn't require a bloody... God damn it. Doesn't require a game restart. And most of the video settings aren't even available from the menu in the game anyway. You have to quit your current run, which I find especially frustrating. Look at this, man. TSC and trains that are not in use. Oh, they are idling. Huh. It's not a brand new problem. But trains are just like forever. Oh my god. It's something there. I don't know where there's all of those tracks or what, but it's something here that causes it. Once you go past this into Aberdeen, it's not too bad. But between here and Aberdeen, it's a nightmare. Either way you go. Is there like a horn high, horn low keybind? Is it just a space bar? I returned to TSW5 because TSW6 was having terrible performance. It's not unheard of, CP. Even there are some things that in TSW5 were worse than TSW4, and some people I've been reading recently on the forum have just gone back to like TSW2 and even TSW 2020, where the older routes especially were silky smooth. Be it console, PC, you name it. Spacebar and N. Okay, yeah, nothing N. So it's just got a high there, no low. Space and B. Well, B I was using for the buzzer. B I was using for the B I was using for the God's buzzer in the 105. Unless it's got a double like usage kind of thing. I haven't returned to TSW5 because I haven't bought TSW6 and I don't play TSW5. Yeah, fair enough, ASR, very valid. What would make you come back to TSW? I didn't actually know you like completely don't play TSW. And also, after that, is there still no news on when Simrail's foliage update will come? Because that will be when I will go back to trying Simrail. And then after that, I will stay away from it again because of the nighttime bug, especially at this time of year. You can properly hear the wind, innit? But nothing's moving. It's very windy, but nothing's reacting. And then you got the other side of it on TSW. You can see everything moving in the wind, but you don't really hear it. It's very windy. Probably on the 6th of January because of Xbox release. You think so? Yeah, I forgot the console release is so soon. I think in that case, they'd probably drop it after then. They probably wait to see what bugs will show up on the console version. That's my guess. And then, I love all these disused platforms. See what bugs pop up and then fix them. And then in the release for those patches, put that in there as well, maybe. CP basically... at night, there's like a permanent sunset on the horizon. So it's kind of like never actually nighttime. I guess if you imagine yourself somewhere in the Nordics, you'll be alright, but you know, you're driving in Poland. I wouldn't even say dusk, you know. At least with dusk, I don't know, you could sort of turn a blind eye to it. I see dusk is when it's like dark blue. That would be okay, I think. The fact that it's actually like the sun is still not completely set is what really makes it bothersome for me. I think I will reach for that smoothie, you know. It's calling my name. I can just hear it faintly calling me. Alright, we're doing pretty decent for time. Just about. You've never noticed it, CP. Do you tend to drive at night time? Because if you don't drive at night time, you would never notice it. And I don't know whether it's only when you're going in one direction or not, but it seemed to be every time I took a night run. I mean, ASR, I can't imagine it. Again, I don't know for sure, right? But bro, I can't imagine it being super complex to fix, man. Honestly. I can't imagine it being complicated. It frustrates me equally, or maybe even a little bit more, than the bug itself. The fact that it still exists after all this while. I remember I was calling it out from 2023, I think, towards the end of 2023. Did I not stop playing Simbro and TS? Okay, Okay, no, you're right. I started playing it, but then I bought it and played it for a little bit. But then I didn't understand what was going on, and I didn't give it a chance, and then I stopped playing it. And then I came back to it in April, I think, of 24, where everything was going very well, wonderfully. Yeah, no, you're right. I apologize. Yeah, you're right. It seems like a very long time ago, though. Very long time ago. Yeah. No, I messed around with it. I think that's the best way I can like describe it. I messed around with it, but I didn't. It was too complex for me at the time, and I wasn't willing to give it the time that it needed. Which is why now, after learning from that mistake, I always tell people anytime somebody tells me, "Oh, I bought Simrail," I always say, "Okay, Simrail is not TSW, so relax." Give it some time. Take the time to learn what you need to learn. Set the keybind into something that's comfortable for you. And be patient. It's a very, very, very important part of the process. It's not too simple. I mean, hello, Lennon. How you doing, mate? Long time. Getting a G29 for Christmas. Congratulations, my man. You're going to have tons of fun with that. Tons of fun. And I tell you what, my own one, before it started tweaking, lasted me a good 6 years. So, you know, it should serve you well. It should serve you very well. ASR, it's not that it's too simple, although yes, it's simpler than Simrail. It's just the fact that you get so used to something when you try something similar to it, you're still looking for your other experience in it, if that makes sense. That was what it was for me, and I'm sure that's what it is for a lot of other people as well. They look for the TSW. They look for a facet of TSW in SimRail. Whereby I know part of what makes SimRail the better sim is the increased complexity. Oh, nice one, Lennon. Yeah. Bro, it worked for like any game that I had where I wanted to. Mate, I even used it at some point for Roblox. Don't ask, but I used it for Roblox. It's very versatile. The G29 is a very, very versatile wheel because it's like such a strong starting point in the genre. Every game is set up to have it work for it. So yeah, man, I put in so many hours in OMSI with that wheel. The only exception is Expert 101, which you should try applying the same philosophy you're saying now. I'll tell you why I personally won't apply the same philosophy. Although that's completely valid, ASR. It's because it's not a separate game. It's not like a new iteration of TSW has released, like TSW Expert Edition, for example. If that was the case, then I'd be more inclined to do that for sure. But because it just came on top of what I already know and what I'm already used to, Jesus, I didn't feel obligated. Son of Matt Pedals, dude. And Lennon, the G29 has a ton of buttons on it. Make sure it is the G29, by the way, and not the G920. The G29 has like the RPM indicator, the RPM lights on it, which are quite cool. Didn't use it on too many games, so I'll be very honest, but it worked here and there anyway. But yeah, like my Thrustmaster is the better wheel in terms of like it's like a belt driven system. But it really annoyed me that it didn't have as many buttons as the G29. I used to have the G920, it was good, but only had Xbox. I got my PC. I mean, if you still have the G920 knocking around, mate, you can use that for PC as well. Both of them should work for PC. Even though they don't properly advertise it. Double check that though. Double check that. I don't want to be wrong about that. And then the money from the G29 could be used for, something else. Or you could save it towards like a Mozart, like an R3 maybe, an R3 or an R5. And have yourself a bit more of a premium experience and a more in-depth, enhanced experience as well. No worries, Jackson. I was saying, you're welcome to sponsor a car for £500. I'm pretty sure I could find something, but it wouldn't be used for that. It wouldn't be used for that purpose. So sorry to disappoint. I wish that I could increase the FOV a little bit more. I mean, if it's like content, let's say let's say genuinely, you guys put together some money for a car. Then I think I think we would have to discuss what it would be used for. It would be a content car. For 500 quid, I mean, you're not gonna get a Mercedes S Class, you know. You're gonna get something that you can smash around, you know. It would have to be a content car. So I don't know. We'd have to like. It's not something I've ever thought about before, or that we've spoken about. So yeah, a discussion would have to open up, I think, about that. Escape camera options FOV there. Okay. Thank you, monkey. Again. Some ski masks, and then what? Oh my god, this guy's a legend. Thank you, monkey. Actual legend. Oh. No, 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 no. You're not gonna do this to me. Plop. Oh, you sold it now, Lennon. Fair enough. If you're still around. What is static room? What is fine rosin? What is... See how it actually feels like we're inside we're actually driving a train now. We're not like a camera that's recording a cab ride. We're actually a person. We're a human being with a soul, with a heart, with thoughts. I mean, you know, I can get you to a car park, Jackson. We have many of those. I'll have to just leave you there, mate. I'll leave you there. Go and spend the day doing some, I don't know, shopping or whatever. And then come back to you just probably unconscious. And I'll probably be get high from the fumes alone, just opening the door. You only need 30 minutes. Oh, I can say. I think not. I think not. I prefer being sober-minded these days. I'm welcome. Thank you, man. I appreciate the invite. I can imagine, you know, it would be a great time. I have to turn it down on this occasion, unfortunately. Maybe someday in the future, who knows? I guess we'll have to wait and see, innit? We'll have to wait and see. Coming up here with the 2MT was it wasn't fun. I mean it was when it was over. Coming up that for the first time, having no idea whether train was going to make it or not, being my first time driving a steam loco properly in the game. It was an interesting experience. If you drive from what from where you are now to London in a £500 car, I mean it's doable. It's doable. I've seen. Listen, you have no idea the car that my family used to drive to Morocco from the UK and back. We did it 7 times. It broke down once, and that was just a timing belt getting to its end of life. Didn't mean to put it into emergency again. Just wanted to make sure I stop in time, you know. It does sound like fun, but I'd have to get back to you. Like if you were to do it next year, for example, I'm gonna have newborn twins. I can't neglect my twins to go for a what's it called? What are those car journeys called? To go on a car journey. I've got the proper name for it. But let's say like 2 years from now, then it becomes a bit more road trip. Thank you, that's the one. It becomes a bit more realistic, isn't it? So it's all about timing. It's all about timing. But if you do if you are in London for like the day, and I think something has to happen, right? If I'm still in London as well. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. I mean, yeah, ultimately you'll be in a car, right? There's no excuse. There's no excuse. That's what I always say. If you don't have a car, then you can say, I don't know, you can say whatever, you know, as some form of excuse. If you actually have a vehicle, shut up. Nothing for you to say. Nothing to say. That's when real hearts get exposed. Back in the day, I was someone for a lift. Especially when the drop-off point is on the way. Because it was on their way home anyway. So when they say no now, it's like, just gotta look at them with an eye. With a very specific eye. I'm still blown away, by the way, by the ambient brightness setting. I was actually trying to look for something like it, but in the main settings, like in the actual brightness setting of the main menu, and it was horrible, horrible. I turned it back down immediately, and I didn't even turn it up that high. I don't think. I didn't feel like I did anyway. What are we saying for time? Okay. Bang on. Wait, why? What did I do? What did I say? Oh. Close. The person that I raided yesterday was doing some really cool scenarios. I don't think I've got the stock for them though. There's a great sense of speed here, but I just wonder if that's because of the lack of VSync and my frame rate is just like... What is my frame rate? 160. Yeah. I think that's where the sense of speed comes from. Oh, come on, not again. Welcome back, Dan. Don't know where a leak could have come from. Did you manage to successfully do so? I mean, to be fair, Jackson's approach to that isn't entirely wrong. It just depends on how bad the leak is. I have seen people test for gas leaks with a flame. Due to its perishable nature, fish traffic is always given a very high priority on the Buchan Line. This can result in even principal passenger services being held to allow it to pass. Makes sense, that was literally our first run, taking some fish, and we had to go very quickly, and we were given full priority. So that checks out. So I assume we're going to be held here then. That was like a foreshadowing. Whoa. This is long as hell. Damn. Oh my god, Jackson. Don't learn. Listen, if you're going to learn habits from each other, don't learn bad habits. Don't let ASR influence you with his terrible jokes. This engine sounds like a disabled horse trying to run. I hate the fact that I can hear it. I hate the fact that I can hear it. You've put that in my mind now. It sounded so ridiculous, and then I actually gave it a chance. And it made sense. Oh, Dan, they are. No, they are. You haven't seen enough of them then. They absolutely are, mate. That's the fish. And they are moving. Fair enough. See, so that signal was for me, which I had deducted from the subtitles beforehand. But I wouldn't have known otherwise because it's on the right-hand side. So that's going to cause some confusion now because I always assumed for UK traffic that the signals would be on the left. So we drive on the left. I mean, I would have taken it from the HUD anyway that one was for me, but still. I'm starting to really like this game again, man. I'm going through that like every year. I go through a small honeymoon period with TSC, and then I just don't touch it again for 9 months. No, I read it all, Dan. Don't worry. I read it all. I did read it all, and I concluded that it was terrible. Fish traffic was a huge thing for the railways on the North Sea coast down to England. So how do they get fish around nowadays? Is it just by road? Salmon conductor, cod train. Oh god. It's you that I'm gonna mute. You wanted to mute me earlier, not knowing this is what you had in your back pocket. They swim. Okay. Go F yourself, Dan. They swim. The fish just comes from London. No, it doesn't though. There'll be listen, if the UK survived on the fish that was in the Thames, there'd be another plague. I'm gonna mute Jackson actually. He started to piss me off. Can I mute you? Can I do it on here? Block. I should block you, really. Warn. Oh, well, I don't know what's gonna happen if I give you a warning. I'm tempted to give you a warning for the jokes. I don't know like how Twitch actually deals with that, so I won't. What do fish from London say? No. They say no. They say no. That's what fish from London say. They say no. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're having a great time. Yeah, I mean I'm enjoying running up the Buchan Line, having a great time, peacefully. Yeah, how about? If you're not able to explain that joke to me, then I'm going to ban you, I think. You've ruined my weekend. You've got 2 minutes. Fish can't talk, so they can't say anything. Okay, I think you've earned your ban. It's been a good run, Dan. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the good times. Giving you a warning. What did a fish say when it swam into a wall? Damn. No, that's a good joke. That's a good joke. I like that. I like that. That's a very good joke. Yes. That's got... You get it? I like it. Damn. Because it's like, oh, damn. But it's also like, oh, look, a damn, you know? I like it. That's your first bad one. No, it's not. Don't think I forgot. I don't forget. I do forget, but I don't forget. You had a diabolical run of jokes, Dan. You had a very bad... Was it during the KCD era? I'm trying to think. You think because you haven't mentioned jokes in a while that you think I forgot. I didn't forget. You had a diabolical run. It had to have been during that era. Oh my god. It made me weep. Jackson, you've had a good run. Be careful. Go ahead. What do you call a fish without eyes? A fish. If you tell me a fish, I'm gonna slap you. I promise you, you're holding a slap if you ever come to London. Yeah, you have my word. You have my word. I have to deliver. I pride myself on being a man of my word. I have to deliver. Oh, it's very quiet over here. In Arnage. Has this place got anything to do with the Bentley Arnage? What a classic. Oof. I like the fact that in TSC, because you don't have as much physics, acceleration and deceleration movement, you can't really tell when you're having a terrible time coming to a stop. Like all my braking coming into stations have been, well, they've looked fairly smooth, but they haven't been smooth at all. What were the stars on there for? Did they have a purpose? Also, if the HUD could be, if there's like an API for the HUD to be on like a separate device, that would be cool. And like and I could have the main screen completely HUDless. It would look quite cool, I think. Third rails would probably be the closest you'd get to that, but that doesn't work for me properly when it comes to TSC for some reason. I find it annoying that I get the message every single time after the run. I'd like to just close the doors and get going if possible. Was that a green signal? I hope it was. I didn't even check. Why did the train get a ticket? Because it had a track record of being late. Okay. Okay. I like elephants. Everything else is irrelevant. I need to be careful what I say. I'm an ambassador now. What do you call it? But I really want to tell you to... anyway. What do you call a train that can't stop sneezing? A choo-choo train. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm going to let it slide only because it's Christmas and I feel like I'm going to bust open a cracker at some point and that's going to be the joke I unravel. That is a cracker joke. Not in the racist way. What is bad for your teeth and red? A brick. I thought the threat of maybe banning you was going to help. It hasn't. Do I actually just go ahead and ban you? I don't know. If I time you out, you just go to YouTube and continue the bollocks. I don't quite know how to combat this. You're ruining my... listen, I don't usually stream on a Saturday, and you're making me reconsider whether I'll do this again. I started it in a very good mood, thinking to myself, this is great, you know. I'm rested. I'm ready to go. And now, if this is what the weekends are like, I think I've been saving myself stress. What did the big chimney say to the small chimney? You're too young to smoke. Back of a penguin bar joke. Penguin bars are divine, by the way. Why have I not been seeing penguin bars in stores? Do not tell me they've been discontinued, because I will have to do something about that. Do not tell me penguin bars have been discontinued. Why have I not seen them for a while? Penguin bars. Okay, they're £1 for 5 in Iceland. Okay. Very well. I used to sell them in school and make a decent amount of money from them. I actually made a lot of money selling things in school, and then they threatened to exclude me. Unbekannt. Hello. How are you doing, sir? Can you see what I'm dealing with? Ton of bad jokes, some mediocre, rarely a good one. Wait, what got higher and bigger? The penguin bars. It can't be called chocolate bars anymore. Wait, was it them that had that whole thing? They sold themselves as something else. It wasn't penguin bars, was it? There was something that sold itself as something else so that it doesn't pay like a particular tax or something. Awarded for driving a distance of 25 miles in the class 25. You know what? You see silly achievements like that, I'd rather they show up as a Steam achievement and nothing else. I don't need to see a big thing in the middle of my screen telling me that I've driven a class 3 for 3 miles. What kind of tea is hard to swallow? Iced tea? If it actually is that, I'm gonna ask Nabil to come to Twitch. Reality. I don't even think that's a joke. I think it's just, no pun intended, unironically, reality. It's technically more biscuit than chocolate. Now, hasn't it always been like that though? It's always just been, I don't know, for me, I've never felt like I'm biting into a, you know, like when I'm eating a Kit Kat, obviously it's a wafer or whatever, but like I feel like I'm eating a chocolate, you know? But a penguin bar's always been too biscuity for me to say, yo, this is a chocolate bar. It's more like bourbon chocolate than like a bourbon biscuit bar than, I don't know, a Twix. No, Dan, no, it's just gonna be terrible. You've hyped it up too much now. Now you know you've created a very dangerous platform for you to stand on. But you've done it already, so let's go. I don't always say that NPC. Well, I mean, what wasn't there to whistle at though? You know, there was plenty there. I stand by it. I stand by it. Nothing that Danny did do I not agree with or stand by to this day. Nothing that he said do I not agree with or stand by to this very day. You know, when you look at history and you see everyone that really made an impact over the course of history and really changed history itself and lives, look at how they were treated and how they were mocked when they were saying the theories that they were saying and all the things that they had, you know, to share with the world. It's typical. It's typical. Danny's a legend. And he will never be anything less. There are still starters, but I said can't fully avoid them, unfortunately. Could just barely finish it. Because oh, get well soon, my man. But, it seemed better than what I saw previously anyway. What did the janitor say when he jumps out of the closet? Supplies. Should I pretend I'm 6? Should I pretend I'm 6? I pretend I'm 6 years old. Supplies. Yeah? Is that the reaction you wanted? No, but that reel was diabolical, by the way. Because you know the guy was not, like, he's not playing around. That wasn't somebody playing GTA RP. That was not somebody playing GTA RP. That was someone legit locked in. And the comments were comments are funny. Holiday Express vibes. Never again, man. Never again. I mean, let me not say never again, innit? Because I don't know what the future holds, but not in any plans. Yeah. It checks out, man. It checks out. I'd say 3.5 out of 5 is about right, Dan. Yeah. That was a funny memory. That was a funny memory. Every like few months or so, I'll just go. I'll look through my clips, and yeah, man. My favorite ones to look through are definitely the GTA RP ones. D stopped by yesterday. I don't know if you were here or not. He stopped by, said hello. I think what stops me from going back to GTA RP is the same thing that's always stopped me. I just can't, like, I don't know, look, maybe I'll get to a point where, let's say, for example, I become financially independent, right? And I don't have to work. Let's say maybe from Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, maybe from another endeavor. But one way or another, I don't have to dedicate certain time to work. It would definitely help. It would definitely make it more likely, because I would have a ton more time and be able to dedicate a ton more focus into like content. But I don't know, man. In terms of like whether I would like to, I think I would. I think I honestly would. I think I'd go in a lot more confidently than I went in previously. The fish are in a tank. 3 fish are in a tank. Well, I'll see others. How do you drive this thing? It is the final trail I've scheduled on my other account. Yeah, the final one that the one you sent me today. I mean, I was just comparing it. I was saying it's smoother to the other one that I saw via the Google Drive link. Why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use honeycombs. Okay, I like that. That's like a first good one in about 16. But you never see pigs hiding in trees because they're pretty good at it. Do you lose brain cells when you're ill, Jackson? Dan, I would love to, man. Like, I really would, you know. If I had all the time in the world, honestly, I would, man. I would. If I had like no responsibilities, I definitely would be playing it. Because I could dedicate a decent portion of the day to it and then stream, you know, other things as well. But when it's one or the other, I can't, man. I mean, it's only they can only be so bad. They can only be so bad. They can only be so bad. Your train will split in modes with the rear portion continuing to Fraserburgh. On arrival in mode, before opening the doors, detach the last 2 carriages. Okay. Understood. Be careful, Dan. You've just seen what can happen. Be very careful, Dan. Oh, so he's sending me my bro. Bro said Roblox. Bro said Roblox. You're gonna make some people mad with that one. You're gonna make some people mad. How you doing, bro? Are you back at work now? Or are you still on annual leave? Bro been on annual leave for No, it was recent. It was recent. I'm pretty certain. Like a couple of weeks ago, right? But it was gonna be a lengthy one if I remember correctly. Finished my last night shift this morning to choose some days off for I work the whole Christmas period. Dead. I mean, hey, at least you get some days off in it. Get to bake off a bit. What is that? Hold on. Does anyone know what that thing is that was at the beginning of the other platform? I'll go to it in a sec. Right, so disconnect the last two carriages. Welcome Christmas Eve. Yeah. Are you should be getting a sweet bonus though, right? Yeah, what's this? If anyone knows, where is it? This thing. Yeah, successfully detached the Fraser Bra portion of the train. I thought it was only the last two. Okay, it is. These two. What's this carrion? Milk? Oh, it actually is. Cows, pigs, milk, and sleepers. Huh. Bro said, who's this YouTube sneak speaking? Bill's a man of solitude, man. He's a man of solitude. Jackson appeared on YouTube and he went to TikTok. What a guy, man. What a guy. Jackson. Walking on thin ice, bud. Walking on thin ice, buddy. What is this? You need your piece. No, I hear it, bro. Honestly, so do I. So do I, honestly. I'm gonna have to turn on the blinders. Just see nothing but TSC. What's a paddy? I need to understand the context first. What's a paddy? And then I'll read it, so that I can get the fullness of the joke. This route is like Italy one. I mean, I don't think I've played any Italian routes to agree or disagree. I mean, it looks like any route with lots of fields and a stream. Oh. I don't know. No comment. I mean, it's just TSC, isn't it? Like, one could argue about 2D textures and whatnot, but ultimately, it's just TSC. Abbey of Deer. Some of these names. Els, I'm not playing in 2D. What are you talking about 2D, bro? You're going on like I'm playing Zeusy or, I don't know, one of the other ones where you're driving a picture. It's just TSC, bro. Like, you get it? It's just a bit of TSC, man. Is it the best looking one? Not that I've played. But it's trying, you know? It's trying, man. Short for Patrick. As in, they're both called Patrick? Okay. Let's have a little read. Let's see what we've got going on here then. I hate it, Dan. I hate it. I'll tell you how I would enjoy such a joke. Get me drunk. If I was off my face, I would have had a jolly old laugh. I mean, Els, I'm not gonna lie, bro. There is a bunch of things. Sometimes it's route, sometimes it's stock, sometimes it's era, sometimes it's route length, where this game does outshine TSW. It's always been the case. There are some things it does better, some things it doesn't. To put it very, very, very simply. Drink then. I mean drink then. No. I remember I took that one shot on the Lego stream. The one shot of Ray. Oh my days. People from Whirlwind Garden City don't know TSC yet. I would personally, just saying, if that was aimed at me, I think I'd do something about it. Anyway, it's not, but if it was, you know. I'm scared of a. No, I'm not scared of a drink. Not put alcohol in my system. Thank you, Nabil. But see, all the times that I did have a drink on stream, where were you? All the times that I was like, should I? Where was you to be like, yeah, you should? Where were you? Now that I'm like, no, I'm not on it. I was like, boring. What are we doing here? Pick a side. Be about it. You know? With chest. Be about it with as much chest as Katie Price, and then I might have some respect. No, that was sober, bro. That was 100% sober. I don't know whether that makes it better or worse. Don't even want to really think about it. I'm holding something in my hand right now, yeah. If anyone guesses it within 3 guesses, I'll show my feet. I'll show my feet live. Why are there not 100 guesses coming through? Nabil, did you just get the likes to 1.5k? Bro, enjoy the stream, man. Relax. I appreciate it, but just enjoy the stream, man. LWD Adnan appears to be the name of a YouTube creator / gamer who runs a channel called LWD Adnan. My thumb doesn't bend, by the way. I can't bend my thumb. Like, it doesn't bend. It's just straight. Hand cream. Nope. So we know who wants to see my feet now. No, you do, Els. You do. Trust me, bro. You want to know what I'm holding, bro. No, it's not that. Good for you, man. Good for you. No, it's not rum. I'm not responsible, bro. Don't try and don't say that like you're putting it on me. I'm not responsible, bro. I got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. It's a reflex. Crazy. No, it's Nabil. It's my community, but I'm not. I can't. I don't tell you what to do or not to do, and how to watch me, how not to watch me. You know, you're free, man. You know, if somebody, you know, grabbing their bollocks, it brings them comfort and peace, then why not, man? It's their bollocks. They're in the comfort of their own home. You know. Why not, man? Each of their own, you know. What if we judged how you were sitting, Els? What if we judged how you were sitting, Nabil? You know? It wouldn't be fair, would it? It just wouldn't be fair. Is that a dialect joke, Dan? Yeah, that has to be a dialect thing, right? Some simulate the tracing experience of a chair. I mean, god damn, man. You know, I thought about that like a couple days ago, and now it's forever embedded in my head that somebody does that. It's stress, man. Oh, am I holding? Are you giving up then? I mean, guess else. I know you want to see some feet, man. Don't be shy, bro. No, I read it, Jackson. I read it. You don't need to do it again. I read it. You don't want to see my feet. Bro's lying in full chest. Alright, bro. The blue tack. I can't see it. How do they do it? There you go. That's how they do it. The babes. The makeup babes. Right. You're about to cop LMU. You won't regret it, bro. You won't regret it. It's a live game. And it's only getting better. Once January kicks in, I think I'm going to start playing it more often. What do you mean, Nabil? On here? See you on YouTube, Jackson. On TSW. Yeah, it does. It had to have, innit? It had to have suspension. Bro, the thing's constantly jumping up and down. It's constantly jumping up and down. I say that, but what else? What are you saying? Can't really trust me no more. Have I broken the trust between us? Hello D, thank you very much for the roses. How you doing? Thank you for sharing as well. Hope you've been keeping well. Don't tell me that broken your trust, Els, man. I speak no lies, bro. Anything that I've said that I haven't followed up through, you know, maybe it was in the will of God, man. I said on the Bill clip. Which one? Oh, what, the flight simming one? Bro. It's complicated still. I'm doing very well, thank you, sis. I'm doing very well. By God's grace. It's complicated still, else. When you get a bit older, you understand. It's one of them ones, man. But I've been saying, listen, I've been saying for a minute, yeah. If the peripherals just happened to land at my feet, I'm there. Hello, David. How you doing? All right, Nabil. Take care, bro. Appreciate the likes. 4.2k is nuts. Yeah, I saw it. That apparently it got something 33 or something, right? And people were very upset about it. Oh no, I've overrun the station. Oh, we weren't that bad of a gradient. Jesus. Stop. No, it's not about cheap, bro. It's not about cheap. I can't if I spend a pound. If I spend a pound, I've gone against my principle. Do you get it? Because, bro, I've seen some very decent. I'll never forget. I saw like a Cessna type of yoke thing, at CEX, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna get that. But the next day it was gone. That was the closest I've come to like spending money on flight peripherals. What even is that name? What is going on TikTok? I don't do magic. I do miracles. Listen, divine timing, yeah. Imagine the stream's got good numbers, yeah, good concurrent numbers, and then you've got sponsors wanting to work with me, and then let's say somebody from Moses watching, the viewership's good, and then they hear me just say, "Oh man, you know what? If I just had the peripherals, I wouldn't spend money on them, but if I just happened to have them, I would play flight sim." Do you not think that would result in them getting into contact with me and saying, "Yo, we heard that you might be interested in our flight, in some flight peripherals. We have an offer for you." Do you get it? So, share the stream. Share the stream everywhere so the viewership goes up, so that it gets seen. And then Moser see it, and they're like, "Raw, this guy spent money on our wheelbase and the wheel. Let's work. He's already got an affiliate code, an affiliate link. Let's work." Boom. And then he's 40 gig. It's worth it, bro. It's worth it. Dan, what is going on? What is actually going on? What do you mean more in that sense? What? Are you saying that's not going to happen? Listen, we work as a team, bro. If you lot don't like help push my content, how are other people going to hear of it? The algorithms can only do so much. When am I getting my will? Honestly, bro, when I can put money towards it. It's really not a priority right now, man. I've just cancelled a hell of like subscriptions just to kind of make a bit of room to breathe. So yeah, when I can, man, because I actually want to, so that I can finally shift my Thrustmaster wheel. Because when I have a driving wheel for the Moser base, then I can finally put that on my stand and then go from there. Like my next purchase in terms of anything related to gaming, content, streaming, whatever, is gonna be a Moser wheel. That will sort of help things go into motion a bit. What do you mean driving with no force feedback? I've got force feedback. Thank you for the gift. I've got force feedback on my wheel, and it's good, bro. LMU has incredible force feedback. I think I'm gonna really enjoy it because of it. The car really talks to you, bro. I don't know how they've done it, but it's amazing. It's one of the things that stuck out to me instantly, straight away, was how good the force feedback was and how the car communicates to you. Yeah. That one there, bro. I've always like, yeah, literally from day one, I've been complimenting the game's force feedback. It's unique. It's not like any other game, but it feels legit. It's not bug. Am I taking LMU over Assetto? What Assetto are we talking? Are we talking Assetto Corsa Competizione? In that case, yes. Are we talking Assetto Corsa Evo? If I had to pick one or the other overall right now, I'd pick LMU. Only because AC Evo is still in development. Like, it hasn't got like the amount of things that LMU has. It's not a complete game yet. But if in a complete game, it'd be a lot harder for me to pick. If we're talking the original Assetto Corsa, see, the thing is, with the original Assetto Corsa, you can make the experience bigger and better, but you have to get mods. You have to constantly get mods to do that. Like, by default, LMU's better. With the right mods and content and everything, it becomes a lot more difficult to separate the two. Right, I'm going to go and get my smoothie. And then... Nah. I'll do this. I'll do this one, the half an hour one, and then we'll call it there afterwards. Any add-ons you need? What for LMU? If you're talking for LMU, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I got like the ultimate edition or whatever it's called from the get-go. So I had everything from the beginning. So I can't even like compare the difference in experience between the two. But from the little that I know, you would be completely fine without any add-ons. Like the game as it is fine, but you would definitely enhance the experience with the add-ons. Yeah. So there's a payware Boston since 2022. They're trying to get the updates to Aerosoft. So since 2022, there has to be a reason for that, bro. There has to be a reason. Thank you for all the elves. Elves, I need you to lend me a favor right now, bro. All right. Smoothie secured. Ready for the final one. A local pick-me-up. Take a variety of goods from Udny to Maud for the early morning market. A variety of goods. Are we going to be that train that we saw on the last run? Rise and shine, driver. It's early in the morning and you have to get some items to Maud for market. Start by loading some cows into the 2 wagons. Click on the cow pen to initiate the loading of the first wagon. Okay. We're just taking some cows. Now you've loaded the first wagon, move the train backwards slightly to align the second wagon with the cow pen. Click on it again to load it. We've now loaded the cows into the 2 wagons, back out the train to Udny South, New Makar to prepare for driving to Ellen. At this point, I'm just guessing these names, honestly. Is that red signal for us? I'm trying to clear it. I'm trying to talk to dispatch, but nothing's happening. No, I think we're good. Dan, do you have an explanation? Any whatsoever? Nabil, what route doesn't? What route doesn't? What train doesn't? What game doesn't? What experience doesn't? You know? I feel like it's a very, 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 very narrow list. You are now at Udny, South Newmarket. Switch ends and take the train north to Ellen. Switch ends. What are you talking about? I actually do want to now properly learn about this route. Even if all it is just reading a bit of the Steam description from the store page. You adore this route. Even if you told me that at the very beginning, before you said anything else, I wouldn't have believed it. But now, if I saw that, you know, written elsewhere, no, I would no doubt believe it's legit. 100%. You'll see certain things written in certain places, and you know there's no doubt this is, you know, this is real. Sometimes it's hard to believe. No, Ambassador. I'm not gonna lie, boss. I've personally given up on TSC. Like this got me back into it. I started the fresh as well. Where is the ambassador badge? I don't post it. When and where have you ever seen me post it? Apart from my Discord picture. This is a suggestion. What, to have the ambassador badge? Why? You think it's more likely to make people watch? It may. It may. The reason I don't have it on, I feel like it almost says like, hey, I'm an ambassador, so watch me. You know? I'm gonna put it in your face that I'm an ambassador. That's why I don't. You know? I feel like it comes with it almost would come with a sense of pride. If you really think it, you know, it's worth trying, then I can do it for Monday's stream, because that was advertised by Dovetail themselves. It's on the forum. It's on their post. So it would have a bit less of an effect, I think, and I could do it for that stream. You're approaching Ellen now. Set the points and deals take you into Ellen Loop track 3. Okay. Told me that a little bit late. Was track 3. There. I can play the bus once it comes out of early access. I'll play it once they say that they've improved performance. Like Subway Sim 2 released an update recently. I'm not touching it because they haven't mentioned anything about performance, and that was my main problem with it. The last time I tried to play the bus, oh my god. It was very bad. I feel like sometimes I play it and it's a lot worse than what it sometimes is. And there's no real reason, it seems, for why that happens. Sometimes I can play it and it's acceptable, it's okay. Sometimes it's actually like surprisingly pretty good. And then other times, just an absolute disaster, man. Yeah, please do remind me if I forget about the ambassador badge. I don't even know where I can get the badge from, like the picture of it. Probably just find it on Google Images. What do you want me to do? Drop off. You have disconnected the brake van. Now set the points and proceed to Ellen Good Siding 1. Seems to already be set for us. I guess we're going to couple up to these now, right? I love the shrubbery here. And a Bill, I can't comment on, you know what I'm saying? I can only talk about myself, man. Make sure my stuff is on point, all good. And that's it, man. I just worry about me, innit? My TikTok stream has died. As always. Later than usual this time. I don't think I'm even going to try. And resurrect it. If it resurrects itself, cool. If not, set the points for Ellen Loop Truck 4%. It connected with 2 tanker wagons and brake van. Yes, as expected. Yeah, Nabil, it just happens sometimes, bro. I think it's back, though. Apparently it's back. Usually it doesn't come back. Or it's not showing for me. But it shows on restream. If he say anything, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see it. Just so you know, I don't have it open. Dan, I don't think it's anything too fair. But if you want me to ban him, I will. Copyright infringement. There can only be one Dan. You have connected to the milk tanker wagons and brake van. Now set the points please to Ellen South. Logier Eve. Which it already is set to. Oh wait, it's control and tab, right? Control and tab? Alt and tab? Oh god, I just alt tabbed out my game. Donut. Pretty sure it was control and tab. I've lost all my tracks. Why are there no AI trains? There are. Whoa! What was that about? Whoa! I don't know, it said something correctly there? It was just the tankers that were bugging out. Everything else was fine. I mean, Jackson, I guess one good thing has come out of your antics. We've reached 400 followers. On to 500. Start a subathon. Subathon. The stream will be 5 minutes long, bro. This stream would be 5 minutes long. You've reached the Ellen South. Now proceed to your destination. Bidney. Bidney. What a name. Man, yo, this smoothie is good. I always question the genuinity of a smoothie when it's not like thick and has bits in it. But I think I can respect this one. Yeah, I know, right, Jackson? Crazy, eh? Crazy, man. Crazy stuff. But hey, we made it to 400 followers. At last. That's my favorite type of juice, bro. That's my favorite type of juice. Nabil, shush. Baraka start, man. We're gonna talk about that one. That one is it's on hold. I mean, if it's not next year, I'm gonna lose my mind. But you know, it's postponed. It's postponed. That's what happened. That's why it's not seen anywhere. Maybe I should find myself some drama to be involved in. Jump in it for a while, make some noise, get the followership up, get the viewership up, and then go back to my corner. I'm not even gonna ask what that means, Jackson. It's for the better that I don't know. I still find it insane that the quote-unquote headlights for this are up here. How would he even change the numbers there in reality? Nice shot. You know what? I'm gonna leave this. This is a really nice shot. My camera's doing good things as well. Nice shot on the camera too. Why TSC though? Because I'm enjoying it, brother. I had an opportunity to come back to it because of the DLC. Come back to it, boss. What do you mean, really? I've been streaming it for the past couple of weeks. Why would I have been doing so otherwise? No one's paying me for it. Jackson, sub on all of your accounts, or they don't count. They will remain fake. Sub now. Tier 3 sub on all of your accounts right now. Or ban. How's the quality? So in terms of like the assets and stuff, and remember, it's TSC, right? But we've played some. This is not the only route I've played, obviously. We've played some other ones, and this is not the best in terms of that. But what I think this does very well, that I've mentioned a few times today, is that it captures the essence of the line and the time period as well, which I really like. It comes with a bunch of different trains, bunch of different scenarios. Keeps you busy. I like it, man. I'll be honest. I actually have had fun, and I want to go through all of the career mode scenarios, and then if there's anything else that I could do, and then I'll do that as well. Trust me, bro. If I did not like it, you know me, bro. As much as I want to play OMSI, I can't play it because I don't enjoy it. Like if I don't enjoy a game, I just won't play it. It's two things that make a game make the channel. Time, because there are also a bunch of other games that I would actually play, but for time. And my actual enjoyment of them. You are joking. I mean, some will call it karma, Jackson. Some will call it karma, you know? Don't you have an email connected to that account? Two-factor L. I'm pretty sure there would be a way to get around that somehow, but it's still an L. See where your nonsense has gotten you. Instead of you to just relax, rest, heal, you wanted to cause chaos. That was CSW, the camera would have collision to the sky by now. Yeah, you tell him, Dan. You tell him. And grow? What do you mean and grow? Oh my god. Enjoy my wall. My white wall. Yes, room tour. Indeed. That was the intention. Well, unless Dan says, no, I don't want that. I don't want that account here. And then I will ban it. Just so you know. So either prepare another one or chance it, you know? It's up to you. Just a minor heads up. You don't want it here. Are you being serious or are you trolling? Because if you don't want it here, I will ban it permanently. Jackson, find a way to get your proper account back, you muppet. You're going to have to email Twitch and beg. Very well. It's your call. It's your call. You're in charge. I don't know why my tripod lets me down like this. It costs over £100. It's meant to be a fancy one. And before you ask, I didn't buy it for myself, so don't judge me. It's meant to be fancy with all sorts of tricks. And yet it can't do what one that worth a couple quid would do. My English sometimes it just goes out the window. I want to play KCD too, but like properly. But I can't. Not until I finish GTA 4, Lost and Damned, and then start the Ballads of Gay Tony. Finish those, and then play Mafia 1, finish it, and then play Mafia 2, finish it, then play Mafia 3, finish it, then play Mafia Old Country, and finish it, and then play Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, and finish it, I think I can play KCD too. And if at some point GTA 6 does come out and disrupts that whole flow, Oh, I'm definitely gonna do the first one then. I will not play the second one until I've done the first one. I'm going to start the second one again as well. I'm gonna delete my progress. Oh wait, is this run already done? Didn't feel like half an hour. I mean, like, it was, but it felt quick. Not that this doesn't have its own stuttering issues, but I feel like they're a lot less prevalent than in Dan, it's your call. It's your call. I feel like it's a lot less prevalent than in CSW. I need to stop making comparisons, but I think I'm more thinking out loud than anything. Just little things that I notice. I'm gonna have to do that long ass Steam journey off stream because you're not gonna see anything. It's just gonna be a black screen. I can't delete specific chats, then otherwise it would just be too much work. Either I delete the actual account itself, or ban it, or just leave it. Oh, you can time it out as well with the thing. I don't know if you've used it already though. I think that was what started all of this, wasn't it? I've only just noticed. Right, into Maud we go. Not a great name. Never been a fan of the name Maud. Is it Irish, Dan? Oh, for my sake, don't worry, I'm good. I don't do censorship here. There are definitely boundaries and limits, but you know, if someone screamed ISIS, ISIS, ISIS in the chat, I wouldn't. But if it was like some sort of like a racist term, then yeah. Although I might argue that is, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm pulling in very confidently here. Rightfully so, actually. Look at that. Oh my god, the vehicles actually turn on the road. They don't drift. What a discovery. Now they're all gone. I don't know, man. Like, texture quality aside, just the assets themselves feel just so much more refined here. Everything feels smoother, more realistic. Again, texture quality aside. How did I only get 670 XP? Got a couple minuses here and there for speeding, but I don't think it's really doing the points properly. Okay, so we've got the nighttime steam run that I'm going to avoid. We've got a 70-minute run with a 25, as well as a 15-minute run through some fog, which sounds kind of cool. Is there anything in the standard section? No. So it's just the career stuff. Okay. Why is there no picture for West Coast Mainline North? It's just 66 stuff. 135 minutes. We need a freight run like this on a UK route in TSW. I'm looking forward to what Trent Valley might bring. Okay, cool. Well, anywho, I'm going to leave it there. No, don't worry about me, Dan. Trust me, mate. I do appreciate the concern, but when have you ever known me to really give a toss, bro? Like, I'm easy. Right, so looking for if there's anyone to raid. Yesterday's stream was actually pretty cool. I didn't like stay and watch, but it was cool. It was cool. Okay. Okay, only 2 people streaming. This one looks like it may be enjoyable. Flying Scotsman. That one might be cool. Right. Go and enjoy Baz's stream. Thank you very much for joining me on this weekend. I don't think so, Nabil. I have to ask, though, because I don't actually know 100%. I don't completely know. But, yeah, I'll leave you guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend. I'll catch you again on Monday for the festive Requester Route stream, where the stream will not end until the requests do. So that stream is basically in your hands, to be honest. Please. You think I'm joking? Please have mercy, because you lot like to really, you know, I won't say what I want to say, but you know, take advantage of me when I give you the opportunity. So please have mercy. I'm trying to do a good thing here. I'm trying to do a good thing. But yeah, go and enjoy the stream. I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Health is wealth. Till next time. Peace out.